Hey guys, what's up? I am iCabagon. Welcome back to Let's Play Pikmin 2. In the last episode, we met up again with Captain Olimar for another great journey, and his co-worker, I guess, Louis. And a couple things I want to show off here. One is these three little slots with question marks in the Valley of Repose. Those, actually, I'll explain those in a second, but there are above-ground treasures, so that means we're going to be going under the ground at some point. So, let's check out two things. There's the Piclopedia, which is new to Pikmin 2. Both of these things are. So, we have notes for Olimar and Louis on every enemy we fight. So, let's check out the Dwarf Red Bulborb. Pancersudoculirossus, the breadbug family. Although initially identified as a juvenile red bulborb, groundbreaking new research indicate that this creature is in fact a member of the breadbug family. As a close relative of the vanilla breadbug, it often escapes predation through mimicry. Unique adaptation of the red bulborb's crimson coloration allows the species to safely commingle. Such effective adaptation above, oh my god, big words. So, and you can throw pick carrots at them to see how they will react to Pikmin. So, essentially this is how they will destroy Pikmin. In a safe environment. So you see, they get the munchies, and they will straight up eat your Pikmin. I think it's very interesting, though, that, oh, you actually can see, what their treasure value is. That's neat, I didn't know that. How many you've defeated. And, what was the other thing? How many Pikmin they've killed. We also have Louis' notes, and Louis' notes are a bit different. Louis tells you how to eat them. For a blissful bisque, mince this entire beast finely and stir in with heavy cream, artichoke hearts, and a pinch of black pepper. Heat slowly until piping hot. Rich and creamy. On a quest for the perfect hors d'oeuvres, slow cook this plant in a wood fire oven, but be careful only to serve the tender pellet. Fucking Louis, whatever. And we also have the treasure, the treasure hoard. So let's see. We have our Duracell battery on display. What does Olimar have to say about that? We've recovered our first treasure. Amazingly, the Pikmin remembered how to salvage it. I can't understand their adorable language, and I don't know what they're thinking. Yet I'm so happy to see them. When I crashed on this planet, the Pikmin helped me locate my missing ship parts. In my darkest hour, the Pikmin were there for me. Now that I'm reunited with them, I know everything will be all right. It will, right? Dun dun dun. I like that. A little bit of confusion, but let's go back here, because we're going back to the Valley of Repose, because we have some Pikmin to make, and we have some stuff to do. In our first day, that will be timed. So, the time ends up being about 13 minutes or so, but for in-game days. As you can see, there's a lot more stuff there, so that means there's going to be a lot more Pikmin to get. Alright, ship, what do you want? Oops. Good morning, workers. Ready for another day of toiling for the profit of your company? God damn it, ship. Thanks for reminding me. The Pikmin seem to be still asleep inside their onions. What lazy creatures. No wonder they lack the survival skills. Stand beneath the onion and push to call them out. Alright. So, it's time to get to work. So, we want to take our 20 mighty Pikmin. Take all 20. And as they come out, you can use your whistle to gather them up quickly, and we want to attack these. I don't know if I said it. These are called pellet posies. These are the most basic way to sprout more Pikmin. So what we're going to do... Oh, I'm going to hope that one grows. So we're going to leave Louis here, and we're going to go on a conquest to sprout some Pikmin, because we need at least 35. Oh, for real? To knock down that bag. I put one too many of you on there. There we go. So I've got 7 left. That should be enough. I think that is exactly enough. So we need to make at least 35 Pikmin and hopefully more. Yeah. So there's going to be 6 new Pikmin here, so we have at least 30. Alright, so if you throw them up there, they will do it themselves. But you can see the little gauge up at the top there. That is our in-game day timer. So that... Hang on, you need to stop slacking off. You know what, I'm going to carry you. So this is, again, if you hold the Pikmin, or hold the A button, and you can carry the Pikmin, which is helpful if you're trying to escape enemies, because sometimes the Pikmin can be slow. But you can see the sun is moving across that big one in the middle, right, which is the one that the cursor is under right now. That is midday. So we have a lot of time and not enough time at the same time. I can explain the Pikmin life cycle. So if we weren't trying to be efficient here, what we could do is we could leave the Pikmin in the ground and wait for them to become flowers. I think it takes 4.5 minutes for them to go through the whole cycle. Now I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure they will turn into flowered Pikmin, which is their ultimate form, above the ground just by existing, but I'm not positive. I know that we will get some nectar to help them grow up later, but I don't, because you can leave them planted. Oh, sweet. I love that. I didn't get that in my practice. I've been literally practicing this for the last couple days, but I don't need much practice because I've played this game a lot, like a lot. So I have this game down to a science almost. How many is that gonna give me? Nice. So it doesn't sprout Pikmin as violently as it did in the first one, where it will like machine gun Pikmin out, but it does sprout the same amount of Pikmin, and they sprout so much faster. It is so nice. So let's take these 17 Pikmin, and as soon as this hits 5, all right. So now we're gonna gather everybody up and get ready for battle. Yes. So some of you can carry this stuff back. But now we have our first big battle here. So what we're going to want to do, in Pikmin 1, what you can do is you can rush these guys, but it is in fact, I definitely don't recommend it. So what you want to do is just get right behind them and just start throwing, and don't stop until you get enough. There we go. That fight actually can be pretty stressful. Alright, so I'm gonna let everyone carry some stuff back. And I'm gonna take Louie back to the base, and I'm gonna take these 10 and have them start on this wall, because if you remember these from the first game, Pikmin can break them down. And we will return to that freshly broken down wall with a lot of Pikmin. So how I'm going to be breaking this up is similar to the Force Unleashed, which is probably wrapped up, or if not wrapped up, will be going up alongside this. How many can I take? I need a bunch of, actually, so let's just put a bunch on you. I'm going to record each day in one giant session or so, and then I will split it up into episodes in post. So there'll be a lot of editing and a lot of to be continueds and all that greatness, rather than just starting and stopping. Because you get a pretty poor feel, whereas you can just break it up afterwards. Look at all those Pikmin. Now we have a mighty battalion of 70. That's still not nearly enough. I'm sure a lot of you will notice, I don't know how a lot of other people play Pikmin, but I like to have a lot of Pikmin. Like, a lot. Like, I have what borders on way too many Pikmin, because I lose them. I try to be super careful to not lose them, actually, but sometimes it just doesn't work out. Alright, so we're gonna put, I think, 50 of you guys on here. Can I put 50? Or maybe it's 45. It's 45. So this is another treasure. So I've got 15 left. You guys will go and join Olimar. There we go. Get to work, please. They've still got a little bit of work left to do. But I will go and follow these guys so we can get them and then continue our conquest beyond the wall. So even though reds were the strongest one in the first game, they're actually kind of useless in this game. Again, for reasons that will become apparent. There's not much that they're good for. Like, again, we will discover what I mean a little bit later. And anyone who's played Pikmin 2, you know what I'm talking about, but there are some way more badass Pikmin than the reds were in Pikmin 1. These guys are just about done. They should probably wrap this up. As we hit midday, we've sprouted a bunch of Pikmin, and then they're done. How could Pikmin destroy such a massive wall when mass their might is ferocious? Louis, did Almar instruct you on proper Yeah, okay, I know how to sort Pikmin, and I know how to throw it. Get out of my face, ship. Oh, there go my headphones. Oh my god, there goes the controller. I am a mess. Yeah, shut up, ship. I'm gonna be ignoring the ship for a good chunk of the time. Just because, like, I've played this game. I know what is going on. Come on, guys, hurry up. So we need to get 10,000 Pokos. And we have 280. This is probably gonna be worth something. $170. Utter scrap. Yeah, that's about right. That's a pretty good name. It's just a destroyed can, and it's worth 170 bucks. Well, I mean, 170 Pokos. 100 Pokos was more than a year's salary for the boss, so the exchange rate is probably not good. So let's take the R45 Pikmin, meet up with Olimar's 15, and get the band back together. Something a little interesting. Rather than whistling all the Pikmin, if you just whistle Olimar... Oh, never mind. I guess Olimar doesn't have them in his battalion. But let us go up here. This is different. Interesting. Warm air is welling up from the hole in the ground before you. What could lie in the underground? What is wrong? You both show expressions of unease. Well, yeah. Do not fear. The leader's group of Pikmin will join you. I shall dispatch my research pod too. Approach the hole and press A to jump in. So this is my favorite part of the game. There are dungeons. Rather than... Oh, it's so much fun going into these dungeons. So... Sub-level 1 of the Emergence Cave. Look at that. Intriguing. My heat sensors indicate this hole's interior is warmer than on the surface. Analysis suggests subterranean areas may support different life forms than the surface. If you wish to check underground terrain, press start pause to communicate with me. I am not just ship, I am an all-purpose support pod. Oh, whatever. So yeah, even though there's only a couple of enemies up top, we're gonna find out that there's a ton down here. So look at that. We got 2 treasures and some snowy dwarf bulborbs. So luckily, I don't recommend this with these guys, but with a squad this large, you can just swarm them. Uh-oh. But again, the smart thing to do is to just throw Pikmin on top. But again, we have 70 Pikmin, so it doesn't matter a little bit. So now let us collect our winnings. These, as you saw, the Bulborb bodies aren't worth a whole lot, but I mean, we might as well pick them up. We're gonna get a couple treasures here. Look at that. It's just a nice battalion line. I like it. I'm getting pushed by an orange right now. Let's have Almar check the parade. So first thing we get is a treasure for one of my little brother's favorite drinks, actually. A 7-Up container. That is quenching emblem. Yeah, that's about right. I like it. It's 550 bucks. Now something funny's gonna happen. How could you possibly consider this beast a treasure? Beasts are incompatible with my circuitry. I suppose I will store your finds in my hold. But I do not think the beast will be worth much. So yeah, that's just the ship's way of saying that, like you can see, they're worth $2 compared to like the 100 something we just got. So there's not much going on there, but you might as well. Sometimes I will leave them. Maybe. Citrus lump. That looks like a tasty orange, actually. I want to peel it and eat it. So now what we gotta do is listen. That sound right there means that we have gotten all the treasure on this floor. which, I mean, we probably could have figured out, but now we can move on to the next sub-level. Oh, we got a tutorial first. The hole appears to be quite deep. My sensors indicate more treacherous terrain ahead. Louis, do you recall it was whatever? Approach the hole and press A. Here we go, down to the next sub-level. Did with your Pikmin? Yes. Alright, there's an awesome cutscene that happens there, but I skipped it by accident. The good thing is that this game saves after every sub-level, and again, that will become important a little later. Welcome to sub-level 2 of the Emergence Cave, and again, this is the final floor. I don't know why I said again, because I don't think I said it. So, let's just spray. Uh-oh, hey now. Something that you can do, like, we heard our Pikmin call out there. I don't know how exactly it works, but if you land a Pikmin on top of them and kill them before they finish their bite animation... oh, come on, guys. The Pikmin will get saved, and that is helpful for some enemies because some of them have a long bite animation. But we got a nice little piece of treasure over here, so let's get it. That's a sawed-in-half globe. It's inconceivable that such an immense object has been buried here for so long. The design on the outer shell resembles the surface of the planet as seen from space. Perhaps this can be used for something other than salvage. Hint, hint. But how will we ever lift it? I fear that even 100 red Pikmin will be unable to lift it. So yeah, if you remember from the last game, our maximum Pikmin that we can carry is 101. Or is 100. We can only have 100 Pikmin in the field at a time. So if the carry weight is 101, then we're gonna have to find some Pikmin, some way to lighten the load. And we're about to find out what those are. Another thing that's important to note is that time, as if you notice the in-game clock disappeared, that's because time does not pass underground. So when you go into a dungeon, you can take as much time as you want. Because never fear, you have all the time in the world if you want it. And it would be way too hard if the day passed, because like you would just not be able to do what you need to do. So, I had to leave one red just strewn about. Come on, get up. So, let us go here, and look at that. We discovered some nice purple flowers. Hello, friends. Astounding! A flower blooms in a cave deep beneath the snowy landscape. Clearly it is warmer down here than above. Look, the Pikmin are restless. They look as if they yearn to be tossed into the flower. Okay. Whatever makes you happy, Pikmin. So, these are candy pop buds. And these ones are violet. This is a new mechanic. Come on, Louis. I mean Olimar. So, we saw these in the first game, but we did not see purple ones, so kabam! Hello, friend. Whoa. Amazing, a purple Pikmin. It is hair and is quite stocky. It seems very heavy and strong. This kind of Pikmin was not mentioned in your report, Olimar. It must be an entirely new type. Transforming your Pikmin by tossing them into flowers? Intriguing. Perhaps there are others. So yeah, one of the incredibly awesome changes they made to this to the game is purple Pikmin. They are... Like, you can just hear the thud. They are your fighters. Purples are the ones you want to bring into a sweet battle. And they also have a carry weight of 10. So one purple Pikmin has the carry weight of 10 red Pikmin. So that solves our problem because we now have 10. So now we have about the carry weight of 160 Pikmin. Even though we only have 70. So that is super awesome. Well, let's gather the whole team here. The only thing that sucks is the leave Pikmin. Usually what I do, I just didn't do it for the sake of time, is I leave them in the ground because time doesn't pass in the underground. So I usually almost always leave the purples there just so that they can become flowers because they are so slow as leaves. But we will be able to nectar them up a little bit later. I'm just going to take Olimar to the exit here because that is the last thing we're going to get, and I will have Louis supervise. How you doing, Louis? You good? I think I'm going to make this a day its own episode. It might just be a little longer than most episodes. Actually, I guess day one will be a little shorter. Let's take a look at this. Everything is a tutorial. Astounding! Water is shooting out of this geyser with incredible force. Sensors indicate that it is enough power to launch you into the air. Approach it and blah, blah, to try. So I don't want to do that right now because there you see that is how we're going to get out of the dungeon. But yeah, there we go. We need this to get back first. So we're 200. That's almost 10% of our debt recovered. Spherical Atlas. There is a device resembling a microchip embedded inside the sphere, retrieving data. Error. I could only decode a portion of the data, but I did retrieve new geographic charts. I will input this data into my planetary database and name it the sphere chart. You access the Explorer, get on the radar screen with L. Now that we have this new data, you should explore the decoded territory tomorrow. So translation is we get to go to a new area tomorrow, which is good. And we could hear that. So something else I didn't mention is when you get to, you don't have to have any Pikmin in your battalion or in your, you don't have to have them with you if you escape to the surface or if you go to the next floor. Also, pretend that water doesn't kill Pikmin because there's no reason that they should be able to jump up there. So now we get to see the treasure salvage chart. No Pikmin lost. Cave complete. Did we get all the treasures? Yes, that little flag indicates as such. That is tidy, I like it. So let's save and be done with the emergence cave. A job well done. You have successfully returned to the planet's surface. Excellent decision-making, gentlemen. We must celebrate your first successful spelunking expedition. Jeez, I almost had a stroke reading that. You've gathered a large amount of data that needs in-depth analysis. I shall send a report back to the President tonight detailing your progress. Now, once you complete the day, or that first treasure, Olimar and Louis, since you will explore a new area tomorrow, today's work is done. What? You still want to work? Unacceptable. You may not realize it, but you are exhausted. You should take a much-needed rest, as you have all the time you need to collect treasure. Haste makes waste, so take it slow and steady. That's the other thing. In the first game, there was a limit of 30 days. There's not a limit of 30 days in this game. You can go to as many days as you really want. The game starts to get a little hazardous as you get to like day 90, and there are some really sketchy happenings above ground. But yeah, I'll probably show that off at some point. I usually don't let it get that far. Let's take a look at today's report. That's a pretty dang decent day. So you can see, like, the beasts by themselves don't add up to much, but 22 is not nothing when we're only going for 10,000. It does help a little bit. And the Pikmin report, that's pretty decent. Made 50 Pikmin today? Wait. Yeah, 50 Pikmin, I can count. And 2 days, 0 deaths. I'm going to try and keep that super, super low. Let's check our email. Ba-da-da-da. Baby steps first, Olimar. Plan well and don't worry about me. Our debt is with Happy Hockatate Savings and Loan, after all. Besides, there's nothing left to repossess, so ha! I love the president. He's so funny. So, let us go to the menu screen. Awesome. So in the next episode, we're going to the Awakening Wood. Until then, guys, I am iCavigon. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and a comment, as well as subscribe for more videos like this one if you've not done so already. Don't forget to check out LPersUnknown. There's all kinds of great stuff going on up there. And follow me on Twitter. And until next time, guys, I am signing off.